Welcome one and all to the wonderful world of opportunities to cruise and experience travel with the team here at CruiseAway. Now in this half hour we're celebrating an incredible programme of event voyages hosted by Cunard.
That is right. We'll be dancing with the English National Ballet on a transatlantic crossing on Queen Mary 2 with stays in both London and New York. Now we'll also voyage the wine regions of Europe with one of London's longest established wine merchants on a truly cellar-filling education and tasting journey for next year.
Sounds great, that, doesn't it? Well, we're going to start with a journey on the iconic Queen Mary 2 on a very special transatlantic crossing celebrating the world of film with a festival at sea in association with the British Film Institute for March. Now, our Dream Away package includes stays on either side of this adventure, and we start our 15 nights by flying you on the 4th of March from Sydney over to London for a 3-night hotel stay. Lovely.
Perfect. Yeah, and also springtime in London can be really gorgeous with all the crocuses and daffodils and just strolling through St James's Park, Hyde Park in the centre, on the city of London, shall I say. Lots of things to enjoy. A great way to start your adventure would be to do one of the hop-on, hop-off bus tours to get acclimatised and enjoy some of the momentous structures, including the Tower of London. By the way, you can go and see the Crown Jewels. It's unforgettable. Windsor Castle's just a stone's throw away by train as well. Buckingham Palace, of course. It's such an extraordinary city. Maybe this is going to be your first time across the pond and you would just be around every corner awestruck with the history. You've got breakfast included in the hotel as well, so that's one less thing to plan for. But London is a city of culinary delights. You will be spoilt for choice when it comes to dining options during your stay in this fabulous capital city of the UK. Then we're down to the port of Southampton and we're going to be joining, of course, the Queen Mary 2 for your epic and iconic 7-night transatlantic crossing. This is the signature voyage of Cunard. And Mary is so much more than a cruise ship. She is a liner. So you do feel like you're stepping back in time when you're on Queen Mary 2. But there's also all your favourite home comforts and modern updates that you'd expect from a cruise ship. So, you know, the formal nights, Cunard are known for this. And it's all about getting dressed up to the nines, strolling down the stairs arm in arm, enjoying your incredible 3-course dinner in the dining room and your glass of champagne in the cocktail bar. It's going to be so much fun, honestly. If you don't want to get dressed up, by the way, it's not always about what the cruise line dictates. On a certain night, you could even just go up to the buffet, enjoy a movie in your stateroom if you're not feeling for the formal vibe. But they are known for their incredible parties and also the dancing on board, my goodness. The dancing on board the ship. Now, obviously, you'll be on board for this special film festival cruise, but they have ballroom dance experts coming on board and leading you through, all different types of dances. So you can really just get stuck into that if that's something you enjoy as well. But the Cunard feeling is a different feeling from anything else you'll experience at sea. You're going to be enjoying 6 nights, jam-packed with 7 nights at sea, jam-packed with activities as you cross the Atlantic before you arrive in New York, New York. Oh my goodness, the city that never sleeps. And you're going to be in New York for 3 fabulous nights as well. So this is wonderful because you don't want to head straight home, do you, after you're in New York? Breakfast is included in your fabulous New York hotel. And of course, we always put you up somewhere nice and central. Whether it is riding a yellow taxi around, crossing the Brooklyn Bridge and enjoying some fantastic food, gawping at the beautiful brownstones, enjoying a tour on the Circle Line ferry of Ellis Island or the Statue of Liberty, Grand Central Station right there, fantastic shopping, of course, on, Fifth Avenue and in Macy's. So much to enjoy. Here's a little overview for you. Flying into London, then of course having those 3 nights in London before you embark the Queen Mary 2 on your very exclusive, cruise, which is tailored towards all of the film buffs out there, film festival at sea. So there's going to be lots of activities pertaining to that whilst you're on board the ship. Of course, after your 7 days at sea, you'll be in New York. You'll have 3 nights there, and then we'll fly you back to Sydney, Australia. Fantastic.
And the great thing about this cruise is that you have got names actually from the world of film who will be on board. There are film journalists there as well. There are special screenings actually happening through the cruise, as well as the ones that actually happen inside your stateroom on the interactive TV there. So you'll be able to catch up on some real classics there. So this is a real kind of culture vulture's dream, really. We fly you over from Sydney to London. You've got 3 nights there in a hotel, bed and breakfast, to enjoy the capital city over in the UK there. Loads to do in London and loads of time to do it as well. Plenty of time to go and see the palaces, cruise along the river, go down under London through the tube system, and so much more. And then we have got the denouement, if you like, of this holiday, which is joining Queen Mary 2 in Southampton and doing that classic and iconic transatlantic trip from Southampton over to New York, celebrating everything film with the BFI Film Festivals. Lots of special events going on board while you're there as well. When we arrive in New York, not the end of the holiday, because we're staying there 3 nights in a hotel with breakfast included as well, before we then fly you back to Sydney. And we've managed to stitch all of that globe-trotting together with a Cunard voyage and come up with this. Look at this price tag. This will be snapped up so quickly. That is ridiculous for what you are doing, the breadth of what you're doing, the amount of travel you're doing, and the caliber of travel that we've got here with our Cunard voyage. And if you book it today with CruiseAway, we'll include up to $560 per cabin onboard credit as a bonus. But you must be quick. You've got your number on your screen, 1300 411 954. If you think this is the cruise for you, then you need to jump in right now and talk to our team. Here are the details if you want to upgrade. Of course, the further you upgrade, the closer to that $560 of onboard credit. Now, it's in US dollars because that's the currency on board the ship, of course. It's incredible, and we take care of all the booking and all of the arranging for you as well, remember. So no extra booking fees, no worries for you. We arrange everything, the flights, the hotels, and indeed that fabulous special film festival voyage on Queen Mary 2 going from Southampton over to New York. Great to have stays in both London and New York as part of that, but that's kind of like 3 holidays in one, isn't it? And this is what we do here at CruiseAway, and this is what we've been doing for over 25 incredible years right now, is making you the perfect holiday combinations.
With over 25 years of travel experience, when booking with CruiseAway, you're dealing with the cruise specialists. We can tailor-make the perfect holiday for you, adding hotel stays and exciting land tours so you can fully immerse yourself in the destinations you're visiting. We allow you to spread the cost of your holiday. Just pay a deposit today, and then you have until the due date to pay your balance. You can browse our deals online at cruiseaway.com.au or call us toll-free and speak to one of our experienced cruise consultants based right here in Australia. Plus, as a fully accredited member of CLIA, AFTA and ATAS, you have total confidence and complete peace of mind when booking with us. CruiseAway, you know you want to.
Yeah, it's always good to cruise, actually, and the great thing is that we can cruise you around the world. And there are quite a few kind of event cruises that happen with a number of the different cruise lines as well. And we've got them not only here on the shows on Gecko on a daily basis, but on our website. And can I say, big shout out to our wonderful social media team as well. So make sure you're following us on Instagram and on Facebook as well. On Facebook, we're up to about nearly 50,000 followers on Facebook. So come and join us, because we update and sign up to our mailing list, because almost every day there's a new surprise arriving in your inbox, and they are great.
Oh, they're fantastic. Well, next we top up our knowledge of the world of wine. wine, as Cunard hosts a voyage in association with one of London's oldest wine merchants to journey to the wine capitals of Europe on a voyage du vin. Our Dream Away package spans 20 nights in all, and we start on the 9th of October next year by flying from Sydney over to Barcelona to enjoy a 3-night hotel break in the city. This cruise sounds incredible, and what a place to start, because actually Barcelona itself, or this region of Spain, Catalonia, is known for its incredible wines. You're not that far away from Rioja as well, if I said that right. So you will have lots of great wine bars in Barcelona, and of course it's not just about drinking wine on La Ramblas. Or maybe it is, but it's also about enjoying the incredible architecture and scenery of Antonio Gaudi up in the mountains. There you've got Parque Güell. You have a great theme park called Montjuic down by the harbour. There's Barceloneta Beach. There's also lots of great tapas bars over in the Born district with the Gothic architecture. It is one of the most enchanting cities on earth, and I think a really great place to start your very unique wine voyage as you venture onto Cunard, and of course cruising very easily out of the port for Barcelona. You're going to be joining Queen Victoria on this spectacular voyage, and Victoria is a beautiful ship that I've been fortunate to cruise on multiple times. She's a little bit smaller than Mary, but you'll still get to enjoy all the Cunard flair. If you've cruised with Cunard before, we don't need to tell you how special it is, but if this is a first-time voyage, I can't actually think of anything better than having some experts on board to create the very most unique experience imaginable, all about wine. And of course the itinerary is going to be tailored towards the wine capitals, but whilst you're actually on the ship, you're going to have a closer look into the wonderful world of wine in partnership with Corney and Barrow. Now these are one of the UK's oldest independent wine merchants, so it's really going to transport you physically to some of the world's leading wine producing countries. But we treated to a variety of talks, tastings, classes hosted by guest speakers and experts. This is really going to be unforgettable. I mean, and it's so unique. You're not going to know anybody else that has been on a specific wine voyage like this with Cunard. So it's going to be very exclusive, basically.
Think of the knowledge that you will come back with as well, because wine is a wonderful thing to get to know. To get to know the ideal pairings and locations in the world. Incredible. So let's start our 11-night voyage out of Barcelona.
Yeah, and we're in Palma first, the largest city and also main tourist area of the beautiful island of Mallorca. You've got stunning beaches and of course great wines to enjoy there. Then we're on into Cartagena in Spain, which is an ancient port in fact, and it has that incredible ancient cathedral theatre to visit. But of course remember there's going to be lots of wine excursions on offer in these ports as well, with your opportunity to book them. Into Cadiz next in Andalusia in the south of Spain. Really beautiful, vibrant part of the world, full of incredible historical buildings. There's a heavy influence from the Moors there as well, and that's reflected. Then we're on into Vigo, which up in the north of Spain in the Galicia region. You have easy access to the incredible Santiago de Compostela. Galician wines are really coming up in the world as well. So again, if you want to book an excursion tailored to that, speak to the team on board. It's La Coruña next, where again you can visit Santiago de Compostela, but in the old town there you'll find lots of lovely charming tapas bars for your montaditos, which are little tiny snack tapas, and delicious wines and beers to try. I know it's all about food, it does feel like it, but that is the name of the game, this itinerary. And we're cruising into Southampton where you'll disembark. We're going to transfer you to London though, and you'll have 3 nights in a hotel. And by the way, the UK does boast some fantastic wineries itself.
Yes.
UK wines have really transformed over the last decade to 15 years. They're known for their bubbly as well. It is delicious.
I was just about to say that. I was just about to say the word champagne, but you can only say champagne if it's produced in a particular part of France. But we make, or in the UK, the equivalent of a very, very nice bubbles, let's say.
I think it really rivals some of the best champagnes.
Well, yeah. Let's not start an international wine scandal.
But it's not something you think of Britain for, but over the last few years we have noticed that you probably, in Oz as well, we started to see a few exports here and there from the UK when it comes to wines. So look out for them next time you're at the supermarket for sure.
I still think there's probably more coming from this part of the world over to the UK than the other way around, and it will always be, of course. What a wonderful holiday though, incredible. Flying over to Barcelona, of course, that flight included, you've got your 3-night hotel stay there in Barcelona, so this is a really nice, incredible mix of different holiday destinations. Then you've got that special Cunard voyage there, which is celebrating the world of wine. Experts on board as well, which is incredible. Very, very nice. So you're going to have a number of different wonderful presentations and tastings and other special events on this special Cunard voyage. And then of course you're touring those wonderful wine regions. There will be excursions on board as well that can take you directly to the vineyards and the wineries along the way. And then of course at the end of the cruise you finish in Southampton in the south of the UK. We transfer you up to London town, the capital of course, to enjoy 3 nights there in a hotel. Bed and breakfast included there, so you can just explore the capital. It's a wonderful place to go and be and see. Watch the wonderful shows, enjoy the lovely restaurants and indeed the lovely wines that you'll find in London as well. And then of course we'll fly you back home to Oz. Now we can do a low deposit on this right now today, and again our price tag is pretty extraordinary given the fact that we're voyaging with Cunard, which really is, you know, it's up here, isn't it? It's the top tier of our aspirational cruising, which is amazing. So 5699, that's all the flights, that's the 2 stays, remember, in Barcelona and in London, and that amazing festival cruise as well, celebrating the world of wine. Plus of course at the end of the cruise you'll transfer from the port down in Southampton up to London to start that hotel stay before you fly back to Sydney. It's a pretty full-on holiday, this one, but I tell you what, you're going to come back with lots and lots of memories and a little bit of wine knowledge as well, hopefully too. Here's the details if you want to upgrade when you're on the cruise itself, on the voyage I should say, because we're voyaging with Cunard. An amazing experience in itself. If you've never done it, you absolutely should. This is a perfect time of year to do it as well, because you're actually getting to see these kind of tourist hotspots without the summer crowds, which is lovely. And that means that you can do more and you can see more. And these places are wonderful. You know, coming out of the back end of the summer in Europe, of course, it's still sunny and nice and pleasant over there. But the seasons are changing, and actually that makes for a really nice shopping experience in these ports as well. So listen, if you like the idea of this, call us right now, 1300 411 954. That's a toll-free number. And of course, you can scour all of the incredible offers on our website as well, which is cruiseaway.com.au. In fact, let's go and have a little look right now.
When you log on to cruiseaway.com.au, you're opening up the virtual brochure on over 9,000 cruise holidays. If you've seen a cruise on TV, just search the cruise ID here to find out more details, upgrade options, and to book online. If you're looking for inspiration, you can search by destination, departure port, cruise line, cruise ship, or cruise style. Plus, we've got an incredible selection of last-minute deals, all-inclusive cruises, and early bird specials you can't afford to miss. Log on now to cruiseaway.com.au. Your next dream holiday is only a click away.
Yeah, our website honestly is so good. I was having a little look actually earlier today, and do you know what? We are just in the perfect spot right now. We've got such a big choices. If you want to be planning your cruises right out into 2026 and even slightly beyond that, low deposits right now, plans sorted for 2 years' time, really good deals locked in. Conversely, if you're more of that kind of person that kind of acts on impulse and just thinks, right, okay, 2 weeks' time, I'm ready to go. I don't know where I want to go, but I've got a gap and I need to fill it with a holiday, then we have some incredible last-minute deals right now. You'll find them all at cruiseaway.com.au. There's a section on the website just for last-minute deals. Or, listen, just call our team and we will find you the greatest offer. You know, just tell us where you want to go, or just say, you know, what have you got going in 2 weeks' time? I've got 10 days to play with, and we'll fit something into that 10 days, I can guarantee it.
Yeah, and if you're battling the winter blues at the moment and you just really need some nice hot weather and sunshine, this is a perfect time to do it. So have a little look.
It's chilly right at the moment, isn't it?
Yeah, so have a little look on there, maybe a trip to French Polynesia. Out of Sydney, that'd be nice.
Anywhere
or further afield, Europe at the moment.
Yeah, anywhere, quite frankly, a bit warmer.
Yeah.
Anyway, right, let's go back to these Cunard events voyage, and there are many of them actually happening next year, such as enjoying the English National Symphony Orchestra, celebrating Cunard's 185th anniversary voyage.
Wow.
That's going to be a really, really special one, actually. And there's also a literary festival on board Queen Mary 2 in association with the Times as well. Now, we have another show that is dedicated just to those, and of course, you can always call us for more details. Our third Cunard events package for this show, though, takes us back on board Queen Mary 2, actually, to enjoy the English National Ballet this time. Now, our 15 nights start on the 5th of August next year, flying from Sydney, and we're going over to New York again. 3 nights in a hotel in New York, the city that never sleeps, the city that you could go to 1,000 times and come back with a different story.
And you're going to be there in summertime. Oh, fantastic. Enjoying that incredible East Coast summer weather, beautifully hot, basking perhaps in the sun in Central Park, maybe just enjoying some of the best shows on earth, because it's Broadway, let's face it. You're going to see some superb shows. Take a cycle ride around Central Park, or indeed around the city, to get a nice overview.
Is it pretty flat in New York? If we were going to hire a bike,
it's easy to cycle.
We're not
around.
Going up and down hill.
Yeah, it's pretty flat.
Nice.
Bike paths, and it's great. Then it's time to cruise, and we are on board the iconic vessel, the Queen Mary 2, and we're going to be on board for 7 nights in this signature voyage, which is the transatlantic. Now, this is not just a voyage on the Mary. This is actually going to be a specific cruise, which is going to be focused on dance, and particularly dance from the incredible English National Ballet. So it's going to celebrate the world of dance in general. So you'll be completely absorbed and enamoured by these performances. Remarkable talent of the English National Ballet on board. You can have access to rehearsals, workshops, classes and special performances in the Royal Theatre just for you. Nobody else is going to get to do this.
Hang on a second, workshops. Does that mean I have to lift my leg high onto one of those bars like they do?
I think you might. I think there's going to be some good photo opportunities maybe for you or the other half if you've never done it before.
That'd be fantastic.
If you've never done something before, the best way to do it is on a cruise, if you ask me, because you're in such a kind of comforting environment with everyone else kind of egging you on and supporting
And what happens on a cruise stays on a cruise.
Yes, exactly.
It's your secret.
Well, and it means more treats if you're doing all that exercise anyway, doesn't it?
Yes.
So, yeah, this is going to be iconic. I mean, Cunard is known for their love of dance anyway, because you do often have dance experts on board leading the way. They have their ballrooms, which are always full every night with dance couples. So this is going to be the perfect chance for you to indulge your love of ballet. After crossing the Atlantic, we're going to arrive in Southampton, and you're going to disembark, but not head home just yet, because we are going to send you to London town for 3 fabulous nights. And again, summer in London, there might be some chance of a slither of sunshine, you never know, or at least an Indian summer.
I think, yeah, it's always pretty warm in London at this time of the year, even if it's liquid warmth.
Yes.
You know, it can be on occasion, but you know what? There's so many things that you can do, be it in or out in London, aren't you? I mean, there's so many attractions that you can go around. You've got all the museums that you can go into.
Which are free, a lot of them.
Yeah, you've got all the viewpoints as well. You've got the London Eye. You can go up high to the Shard, which is one of the big, highest buildings in London, and see the viewpoint from there. And see all the historic highlights as well. St Paul's Cathedral, the Palace of Westminster, the palaces, of course. You've got to go and stand by the gate and see if you can wave at the King and Queen.
You've got to do it.
Wonderful to do, wouldn't it? 3 nights is a good chunk of time to enjoy as well before we fly you back to Sydney It's an incredible one, this, isn't it? So we fly you over to New York for your hotel stay for 3 nights first on this, and then we've got the iconic transatlantic on Queen Mary 2, but not just any transatlantic. This, you are travelling in style on a Cunard festival voyage as well, featuring the English National Ballet. See not only performances there, but enjoy rehearsals and workshops, presentations, and so much more. Now that's a special opportunity. I don't know whether you've ever had the opportunity to actually get tickets to a show like that at all, but the ticket prices are astronomical. If you were looking for the equivalent show, for instance in London, where you finish up this holiday with a 3-night hotel stay, the ticket prices would be pretty hefty, let me tell you, especially if you want a view. If you want to be anywhere near the action, it would cost you an absolute fortune. This holiday, of course, has your 3-night stay in New York, your fabulous transatlantic voyage with the performances on board, and then your 3-night stay in London plus the flight back to Sydney. Now look at the price tag we've got for you on this, because this is quite frankly ridiculous. If you want to guarantee your place on this, a low deposit today will get this price secured. But if you're thinking this would be an amazing way to celebrate a landmark anniversary celebration of some sort, this would be the most incredible way of doing it. And as an extra treat from us here at CruiseAway, if you book with us today, we'll include up to $460 per cabin onboard credit as a bonus for you, which is amazing. Really, really nice. And actually that means that you can treat yourself to maybe a bottle of bubbly, some wine with dinner, some specialty dining, some pamper treatments. The world is your oyster. You really are enjoying the best of everything on this journey. And if you want to upgrade that journey on Queen Mary 2, let's check out the prices for that to take us up to ocean view, to a balcony, or indeed up to a suite. Incredible across all 3 of the offers there that we have got extra onboard credit available. Obviously the amount of onboard credit is dependent on the grade of stateroom that you decide to voyage on Queen Mary 2 on this one. Call us and we'll go through all of the different options for you. By the way, if you wanted longer in New York or longer in London, then again just talk to the team and we'll make that happen for you. 1300 411 954. Remember, the greatest thing about booking with us is you hand all the responsibility of the arranging over to someone else, and that means that you can just enjoy the holiday. That means that you can just literally just breeze through that holiday and just let it happen and drink in everything there is to enjoy.
Yeah, we take all of the stress, all of the thought out of the process of booking a holiday. I mean, say you decide where you want to go, but everything else is taken care of by us. End to end, it's fantastic. And all you have to do is sit back and relax and decide what to pack.
Yeah.
There we go.
And do you know what? When it comes to Cunard, you have so many different voyages to choose from. The cruises that we've seen in this show, aside the special festival cruises, run on a very, very regular basis. And there are lots of different exciting itineraries. So if you just fancy doing, I mean, actually, we've teamed up packages before where you fly over to London, you do your Queen Mary 2 from Southampton over to New York. You hook up a Caribbean cruise in New York and then take another Queen Mary 2 journey back to the UK, spend some more time in London. We can put packages as seemingly complicated as that together and make the most awesome trip. And when you look at the prices of them, you're like, how? I couldn't do that myself.
Yeah, and
I just couldn't.
I mean, we can even hook you up with a trip that sends you all the way back to Australia without flying.
Yeah.
If you want to do that kind of adventure too. So
Yeah,
there's
awesome.
so many options, and it's amazing. Like you said, you know, something that we wouldn't necessarily think of ourselves when we're planning travel, but we like to think outside of the box here at CruiseAway.
Yeah, we certainly do. We've been doing it for over 25 years, so we're quite good at it now. Thank you so much for your company as always. Joe and I will be back to CruiseAway soon. Bye-bye.
Mind how you go.